Hi, my name is Roger Oyster. I'm the principal trombone player here in the Kansas City Symphony. And at the end of this month, we're going to play Mahler's Seventh Symphony. Now, anytime an orchestra plays a Mahler Symphony, it's a big deal. Mahler Symphonies are some of the most expansive, the most powerful, often the most difficult things we'll play any season. And so it's an opportunity not just for each section, but almost every individual to be able to demonstrate how excellent they are. And the fact that we're doing Mahler's Seventh Symphony is important not just because it's the first time the Kansas City Symphony will have played it here in Helzberg Hall. It's the first time the orchestra has played the piece since it was created in the 1980s, so it's a big deal for us. One of the reasons why Mahler's Seventh Symphony was one of his most creative works was because he uses some very unusual instruments that you almost never see on stage with a symphony orchestra. For instance, there's one movement that features a long section with guitar and mandolin. And the very first melody you hear in this piece, in the third bar of the first movement, is played by a brass instrument that Mahler called a Tenorhorn. Now, the instrument he had in mind was an instrument about the range of a trombone, but a valved instrument. There are a few pieces in the repertoire that have parts like this, and sometimes they're called tenor tuba, but usually in this country they're played on an instrument called euphonium. Now, you may know a euphonium. Sometimes it's called a baritone or a baritone horn. They're a staple in concert bands, but you only occasionally see them on stage in a symphony orchestra, and that's where I come in. You see, even though I've been the principal trombone player here for 21 seasons and have been playing principal trombone in orchestra for 30 years, my very first job as a musician was playing euphonium in the United States Marine Band, the President's Own, where I was the principal euphonium and euphonium soloist. So whenever we play one of those pieces here in the Kansas City Symphony, I play that part. Now, the Tenorhorn part only occurs in about 32 bars of the first movement, but every bar is a huge solo. And I'd play some of those solos for you now, but I'd kind of be giving away the farm. So you're just going to have to come to the concert, I know you were planning on it anyway, to hear Mahler's Seventh Symphony conducted by Michael Stern, played by my spectacular colleagues here at the Kansas City Symphony. Look forward to seeing you.